Hey, y'all, I supposed to did this message over 2 weeks ago. But you know what? I got time on today. And I was listening to the Lord speaking. He said, tell them, he said, tell them to stop playing in my face. And when I heard that, I knew that the Lord was furious. He said, trouble is coming. He said, you witches and you adulterers. He said, getting on live, playing like you repenting. And said, these witches sending out death spells. He said, I'm coming for you. He said, one time you were with me. He said, but you chose a side. And he said, I'm demanding you to stand on it in this season. He said, just because I was quiet doesn't mean I wasn't going to come for you. He said, you messed up when you came from my chosen. He said, you've been doing this for years. He said, but I had a chosen one put in place just to see will you change. He said, but you chose to come from my chosen with your jealousy and your animosity. He said, but this time, I'm not going to play with you no more. He said, I'm going back to the very first person you did wrong. He said, one thing about my chosen. He said, when they are outnumbered, I am their stay. See, one thing about being chosen and being outnumbered, you know that you're working with something when you're outnumbered. But when God give you reassurance and he give you the authority to speak those things that be so. He also told me, he said, people are seeing. He said that mask that you portray, he said them group of people you hooked up with, he said, they're seeing you for who you are and they see who's the real problem. Then God took me in a vision and I seen this man. He was going to get a paternity test, this married man. And the Lord said, it's not even his child. When I tell you what's in the dark's finna come to the light, God said, I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing with you anymore. You can barely sit up. You can barely eat. God said, I'm doing it. And them death spells you sent, I'm going to reward you openly. And God told me October the 6th, the Lord said the death rate is going to go to an all-time high. People, I need you to allow God to order your steps. Put down your idols and know that God said, stop playing in his face. Because he's releasing his vengeance. But he's also releasing his blessings of abundance on his chosen. Your playtime, your idol worshiping is over. So I say this to say this to you today. You better stop playing in his face.